and girls, my cadets of Mbale Junior School and other viewers, we're again here to have something in mathematics lesson. But before we go to our today's math lesson, I want us to look at the work we did yesterday. I want us to quickly go through the work we did yesterday. And the first question was, find the area of a circle whose diameter is 28 centimeters. And the pi given was 22 out of 7. Okay? That was the question. The question was asking for area, and we said that area of a circle by the formula is equal to pi r squared. Okay? This is what we did yesterday. And I know this is what you also did in your activity. But I want us to go through this work before we introduce the next lesson. So let's be comparative and move on. So area equals pi r squared. And the pi given was 22 out of 7. So here we shall have 22 out of 7 times, we say that r squared means that we're going to multiply the radius times the radius. So the radius was not given, but we're given the diameter. And we say that if you want to get the radius, get the diameter, divide it by 2. It is now radius. So this will be 28 out of 2 centimeters times 28 out of 2 centimeters. Okay? From there we simplify. By 7, once by 7, 4. Okay? Very simple. By 2, once by 2, 11. By 2, once by 2, we shall have 14. Okay? Area equals 11 times 4 centimeters times 14 centimeters. Let's multiply. 14 times 4. What do you get? 4 times 4 is 16. Write 6 and carry 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay? This is now 56. We shall again have 56 times 56 times 11. What do you get? 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 5 shall have 5. 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 5 shall have 5. What do you get here? This is 6. 5 plus 6. We have 11. Write 1 and carry 1. 1 plus 5. We shall have 6. So the area of this circle whose diameter is 28 is 616 square centimeters. This was number 1A. Number 1A. And this is the number that you sent to me that you needed some correction. Then the number in equation 2 that was sent to me was that which had a diameter of 8 centimeters. And the question was asking for area. But the pi for this one, the pi given was 3.14. And the question was asking for the area where this diameter is given. So area equals pi r squared. And the pi given is 3.14 times radius, but is diameter given. So we shall have 8 centimeters out of 2. The moment we divide the diameter by 2, it is now radius, times 8 centimeters out of 2. Okay? Come down and make a vulgar fraction from this decimal number. This is 314 out of 100 times 8 out of 2 times 8 out of 2. 8 out of 2 centimeters times 8 out of 2. Let's simplify. By 2 once by 2, this is 4. By 2 once by 2, that is 4. This by 2 it can go by 2, 50 by 2, 2 by 2, 25 by 2, 2. But reserve these zeros here. Why? These zeros in the denominator will help you get your final answer very fast. Okay? So that is why we are leaving them. So this is a 314 times 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters. Okay? 314 times 48. 314 times 4. 4 times 4, 16. Right? 6, carry 1. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Okay? 4 times 3. We shall get 12. That is 1,256. Times again 4. 1,256 times 4. What do we get here? 4 times 6, 24, carry 2. 4 times 5, 20 plus 2. We shall have 22. Put here 2. 2 times 4 times 2, 8 plus 2, 10. Right? 0, carry 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1. This is 5. So our area for this answer is, our area for this question is 5,024 square centimeters. So these are the numbers that you sent to me that we share together with you, and we see whether you're right or not. Okay? So the rest of the numbers, okay, according to what I saw. Today, we are going to look at something else, and that is finding the area of a circle when the circumference is given. This is what we are going to look at today. Finding the area of a circle when circumference is given. Number 1, find the area of a circle whose circumference is 44 centimeters. Question 1. I will read the question again. Find the area of a circle whose circumference is 44 centimeters. The question is asking for area. But in the question, they have given us the circumference. So how do we get the area when the circumference is given? And remember, the formula for getting area, we say area equals pi r squared. Pi r squared. So, and in the question, we don't have the r, the radius, we don't have it. So, what you're going to do before you find the area, use this circumference to get the radius. After getting the radius, come down and find your area of that circle. So, and the pi we are to use. The pi we are to use is 22 out of 7. Let's look for the radius first. We shall set to pi r equals circumference. This will now be 2 times the pi of 22 out of 7 times r equals the circumference of 44 centimeters. 2 times 22, we shall have 44r out of 7, and this is equal to 44 centimeters. Now, we are going to remove 7 from down by multiplying it on either side in the next step. So this is 7 times 44 r out of 7 equals 44 centimeters times 7. By 7, once by 7, once, so we shall have here 44 r equals 44 centimeters times 7. Divide again both sides by 44. So this is 44 r out of 44 equals 44 centimeters times 7 out of 44. By 44 once, by 44 once, by 44 once, by 44 once. Okay? So, we are still continuing, and we see how we can first of all get the radius. R equals 1 centimeter times 7, and the radius equals 7 centimeters. Now the question is asking for area. So having got the radius, we are now going to find the area of our circle, and the formula for getting the area of the circle equals pi r squared. Okay? We shall move on and go to the next step, whereby pi is 22 out of 7 times the radius of 7 centimeters, which you have just got, times 7 centimeters. By 7, we shall have once by 7 once. So this is now 22 times 1 centimeter times 7 centimeters. When you multiply all this, 22 times 1 centimeter, we get 22 times 1 centimeter, we get 22 centimeters. 22 centimeters times 7, we get 154 square centimeters. Okay? So this is our area of the circle when a circumference of 44 centimeters is given. To go through this quickly, the question is asking for the area of the circle when circumference is given. there is no way you can find the area of the circle when you are given the radius. So what you do, you first go and you first bring down the formula for circumference to help you get the radius by saying pi r 2 pi r equals circumference. You substitute and get your radius here of 7 centimeters. After getting the radius, you can now find your area. There is no shortcut. These are the steps that you should follow to get the area of the circle. Now, we are going to example 2. Example 2. Yes. Our example is here. Calculate the area of a circle. Calculate the area of a circle whose circumference is 220 meters. I want to tell you something again, that there is no way you can find the area of the circle when you don't have the radius. Okay? So what you do, use the circumference to get the radius. After getting the radius, you can now find the area. And it is very, very easy. Like we did there, and like we are going to do it again. So we shall employ the formula of finding circumference of a circle, which is 2 pi r equals circumference. And remember the pi we are using. Remember the pi we are using here is that of 22 out of 7. So we shall come down and substitute. We shall have 2 times the pi of 22 out of 7 times r equals the circumference of 220 meters. 2 times 22 times r, we shall have 44r out of 7 equals 220 meters. Remove 7 from here by multiplying it on either side. So this is 7 times 44r out of 7 equals 220 meters times 7. Let me hope we are following. By 7, once by 7, once we shall have here 44r equals 220 meters times 7. Divide either side by 44. So this is 44r out of 44 equals 220 meters times 7 out of 44. Why dividing both sides by 44? Because 44 is the coefficient. Okay? By 44 once, by 44 once. Now let's divide it slowly here. By 2 here, we shall have 22. By 2 here, we shall have 110. by 11, this is 2, by 11, that is 10. Okay? By 2 once. Not so? By 2 here, we shall have 5. So, the radius equals 5 centimeters times 7. 5 centimeters times 7. Okay? When you multiply 5 times 7, our radius will be 35 centimeters. But the question is asking for area. Is asking for area, so we say area equals pi squared, and the pi given is that of 22 out of 7 times the radius of 35 centimeters times 35 centimeters. Let me hope you are following this. By 7, once by 7 you shall have 5, and this is now 22 times 5 centimeters times 35 centimeters. When we multiply 22 times 5, we get 110. So, 110 times 35, what do we get here? 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 0, 3 times 1, we get 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we shall add. What do you get here? 0. This is 5. 5 plus 3, that is 8. Then this is 3. So the area of our circle equals 3,850. Now the units were meters. Units, we had the units of meters. We have 35 meters, 35 meters, 35 meters, 5 meters, 35 meters, and this is 3,850 square meters. Square meters. Let's go to our last example. Here is our, we are now going to example 3. Here is our example 3, and the question is, the distance round a circular garden is 66 meters. Calculate its area. If you look at our previous examples, they are resembling this, but Here they have given us the distance around a circular garden. The distance around a circular garden is the circumference. Okay? That's what they are meaning. The distance around the circular garden is called the circumference. So in simple terms, they are saying that the circumference of the garden, the circumference of the circular garden is 66 meters. Calculate its area. So if you look at this, they have given us the circumference of 66 meters, and they are asking you to find the area of that circular garden. And there is no way you can get the area of that circular garden if you don't have the radius. So the first thing you are going to do is to find the radius first, using the formula for circumference of the circle. So we shall use the pi. We shall use the pi of 22 out of 7. So 2 pi r equals circumference. Why beginning with the formula for circumference? It is because we want to use it and get the radius. After getting the radius, that is when you are going to find the area of this circular garden. Okay? So let's substitute. We have 2 times the pi of 22 out of 7 times r, representing the radius, times the equals the circumference of 66 meters. So 2 times 22 times r, we shall have 44 r out of 7 equals 66 meters. Okay? We shall remove 7 by multiplying it on either side. And this is 7 times 44 r out of 7 equals 66 meters times 7. By 7 once, 7 once. We remain here with 44r equals 66 meters times 7. When you reach here, we are now going to divide both sides by the coefficient, which is 44. And this is now 44r out of 44 equals 66 meters times 7 out of 44. By 44 once, 44 once. By 2, we shall have 22. By 2, 33. By 11, we shall have 2. By 11, we shall have 3. Yes? We are now here. What have we got here? R, which is radius, equals 3 meters times 7 out of 2. And the radius equals 3 meters times 7, we shall have 21 meters out of 2. Okay? And our radius here equals, let's divide it here by 2. Once 21 divided by 2, we shall have 10, remaining 1. So our radius is 10, whole number 1 out of 2 meters. But the question is asking for area of the circular garden. Now, since we have got the radius, now we can find the area of this garden. So area of this circular garden equals pi r squared. Neatness of work is very, very important. So when you're writing your work, make sure it is very, very neat. Make sure you write better than me. Let's continue. Our pi given is 22 out of 7 times the radius. Multiply the radius times the radius, because this is what r squared means. So we shall have the radius of 10 whole number 1 out of 2 meters times 10 whole number 1 out of 2 meters. If you go on, we shall have 22 out of 7 times 2 times 10 is 20 plus 1 21 out of 2 centimeters times 21 out of 2 centimeters. We can simplify by 7 once. Okay? By 7 here we shall have 3. By 2 once, by 2, 11. What have we remained with? We remain there with area equals 11 times 3 times 21 out of we have 3 meters times 21 meters out of 1 times 1 times 2. When we multiply this, what do you get? 11 times 3, we shall have 33. 33 times 21, what do you get? 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 3, 6. What do you get here? This is 3. That is 9. This is 6. Okay? So we shall have 693 meters times meters. We shall get square meters out of 2. Okay? When you reach here, don't leave your answer to be in an improper fraction like this. Change it into a mixed fraction, because when you leave it at this stage, it will be marked wrong. So let's go on and divide to change it into a mixed fraction. By 2 once. 6 by 2, it is 3. By 2 here we shall have 4. Remaining 1. By 2 we shall have 6. Remaining 1. So the area of that circular garden equals 346 whole number 1 out of 2 square meters. So this is the answer for example 4. Example 3. This is the answer for our example 3. So class, with that, I'm going to give you some numbers and then you do them. After answering, please take a picture and then you send to my WhatsApp number, which is down the screen, and also look at it. Number 1. So boys and girls, try this work. I want you to get it right. So for that, I want to end it there. Thank you for watching. God bless you.